Also, are any companies still issuing like branded visors? Because I feel like that could be big.
I don't know, actually. Probably not.
Do you know
I
what I'm
mean,
talking about, right? For a while, it was like Subway had visors, like every
yeah,
restaurant had like just the. And hey, I
the
don't get
visors.
a
Yeah,
visor. It's just the bill of a hat, you know, and they're indoors. So what are they trying to block out?
your hair.
I
Probably
guess.
your hair. Because they can't mandate everybody to shave their heads, I think. So,
I mean, I'm not talking about like a hairnet. I mean, the whole
no,
top
I
of
know.
a visor is open.
Oh, I know. I know.
You
I
know
don't
what a
get it.
visor is?
Yeah. Imagine somebody who's Jewish works at a Subway and they
Mm.
have to wear the visor with the little tiny hat on top. Would they still have to wear it?
Yarmulke, or is it a kippa? Um,
I have no idea.
no, that's actually really funny. It's like a whole baseball hat at that point.
Yeah.
If you
It's
or
like,
someone you know is Jewish, please write into the show, niche knowledge and nonsense at gmail.com. Let us know the rules on wearing a visor with the yarmulke.
thanks for listening to another episode of Niche Knowledge and Nonsense, or maybe you're watching on YouTube. I don't know what you do, but I am Bailey and I'm with my co host,
Ethan.
Ethan. And every 2 weeks, we alternate talking about different topics that interest us. And then we surprise the other person with facts and nonsense. So that's what,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. We give you like bleeding edge journalism. We are on top of the cultural movements. We've also debunked some rumors. We've proven some cryptids, disproven others. So, I mean, all the stuff you care about, it's right here on Niche Knowledge and Nonsense.
That's right, folks. You heard it
You
here
heard it
first.
from here. You heard it from us. We have all the information.
That's pretty good. What is that? The North Atlantic or what is it?
I don't know. I think it's Shane Gillis who has a bit about whatever happened to that accent. That
Oh,
like,
I don't
1940s,
know.
1950s radio voice. That
Yeah.
did fall off hard though. I don't even
Yeah,
know
I
if that
did.
was regional or why people were just doing that, trying to be fancy.
I I don't know, maybe it made him sound smart. Like how in America we think people with like European accents sound smarter than us,
Who thinks
but
that?
specifically French, but
Okay, now you're just trying to make me upset. All right.
so
But with
yeah.
that, what are we talking about tonight?
So, tonight we're going to do something a little different.
Mm.
Um you and I have both been very busy with life things. And instead of writing an episode for the night, which I did not write anything for this episode. So it can
Oh.
either be really awesome or really fucking bad. So, and you know what? We only have like 20 consistent listeners. So
So we can only ruin whatever 480 hours, if we ruin
yeah,
20 people's days. So,
yeah. So you asked for it by clicking play
Mhm.
is all I'm saying. But so Ethan, you're familiar with the game like Two Truths and a Lie,
Yes, of
right?
course. Sure, you
Okay.
tell two truths and a lie and the other person tries to figure out which is which.
Right. So tonight I'm going to read you 4 news stories
Mm.
and you're going to have to guess which one is not true.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
And so I'll read the stories, you can react, but after the last one, then I'll ask you which one you thought was fake.
Okay, I feel
Okay.
like I'll be pretty good at this.
Yeah?
I say
You
that,
think
but
so?
we've also covered, the police arresting tarantulas before, so anything can happen.
That's true. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. We are going to start with this one. Okay. So the title is A Baltimore Area Teacher is Accused of Using AI to Make His Boss Appear Racist. A Maryland high school athletic director is facing criminal charges after police say he used artificial intelligence to duplicate the voice of Pikesville High School principal Eric Eiswert, leading the community to believe Eiswert said racist and anti-Semitic things about teachers and students.
I mean, I know this is happening. I mean, me and the bros have even done similar with each other. It's not difficult to pull off. Not for
Okay.
racist crap, but
Okay. It continues. We now have conclusive evidence that the recording was not authentic, Baltimore County Police Chief Robert McCullough told reporters during a news conference Thursday. It's been determined the recording was generated through the use of AI technology. DeZone Darian, 31, was arrested Thursday on charges of stalking, theft, disruption of school operations, and retaliation against a witness after a months-long investigation from the Baltimore County Police Department. Attempts to contact Darian or Eiswert for comment were not successful. The Wild headline, making details of this case aside, it emphasizes the serious potential for criminal misuse of artificial intelligence that experts have been warning about for some time.
yeah. I mean, that is a pretty
yeah.
rough concern with AI because in the past, you could always impersonate somebody, but you had to practice at it, you know?
Anyway, what's a good impersonation that you can do?
I don't think I can do any impersonations. I'm famously bad at doing accents. Like I can't do anything. Oh man,
Okay,
I am unprepared. I feel like I have to have one.
I'm calling bullshit because you do a pretty good Carl from Jimmy Neutron. Carl Weezer. Wasn't that his name?
Yeah, I think so. Now I'd have to practice. It's been a hot minute. Okay, Jimmy's mom. Like that's not that good.
I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, I'm just not gonna read the rest of this because it's pretty long. So I guess we'll move on to the next one.
Now, if your fake article is something from gnometruth.gov, I'm gonna freak out.
Okay, funny enough. So for those of you listening, if you haven't checked out, Ethan did do an episode on gnomes and his websites, like his sites for hang on. I can't even think right now. His citations were from a website that he made himself.
No one ever admitted to that.
And he used AI to generate fake articles. And I will tell you, I did go through our Discord chats and found that website. But when I click on the individual articles, because I was going to read one of them, it says 404 page not found.
I think the whole site's down now.
Yeah.
I think it got flagged for fake news or something like that.
I wonder why.
It's a .gov. It should have been safe.
Okay.
Okay, but moving on.
Yes. All right. This one is called 2 Men Were Found Dead from Exposure After Looking for Sasquatch. 2 men from Oregon who went missing after going on a search for Sasquatch have been found dead. The men, both from Portland, were reported missing by a family member on Christmas Day and were set to return from searching for the legendary creature in eastern Skamania County on Christmas Eve, according to the county sheriff's office. A search was launched and a vehicle associated with the 2 men was found off a road near Willard, Washington. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. After a 3-day search involving more than 60 people, the bodies of both men were found in Gifford-Pinchot National Forest, located in the southwestern part of Washington state. Their cause of death appears to be because of exposure based on weather conditions and ill preparedness, the sheriff's office reports. The area had faced rounds of snow and rain with temperatures in the 30s across the Cascades in the days leading up to the men being reported missing. The search for the men also took place amid difficult terrain and harsh weather conditions, as crews faced conditions such as freezing temperatures, snow, high water levels, the law enforcement said. Sasquatch, commonly known as Bigfoot, is a large, hairy figure that resembles a human and is thought to live in northwestern parts of the U.S. and Canada. The existence of Bigfoot has been debated for decades, and many have reported sightings of the creature. More than 700 reports of Bigfoot sightings in Washington state have been submitted to the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization. In Skamania County, harming Bigfoot is punishable by up to a $1,000 fine and can include jail time, according to the county's Chamber of Commerce, a law meant to protect the mysterious creature and to prevent hunters with large beards from accidentally getting shot.
All right, interesting. There's a law against harming a cryptid?
There is, apparently.
Maybe. That one might be
Where'd your
fake,
glasses
but
go?
I took them off because that was just really sending me. Yeah, I'll say. Man, so these guys got arrested for indecent exposure while hunting for Bigfoot.
Okay.
Man, I don't know. That one started off sounding pretty real. I feel like a lot of people have met an untimely end at the hands of Bigfoot or at the feet of big hands. I don't know. Either way you want to go about it. But then it just got kind of strange at the end. Like, I don't know if I buy the whole law protecting Bigfoot. I'm going to have to hear the other news articles, but that was a little bit sus.
Yes,
and
you will.
Also, that's just slang for suspicious, just using slang.
Yeah, if you're a millennial like us, and you don't know all the new slang, we will help you.
Yeah, it's about time you get jiggy with it, which is slang. It just means like keeping up with the times, being present for it in culture.
Yes. Yes. Can you put your glasses back on? I'm getting freaked out.
Why? It's because I've got little eyes.
I have not seen you without glasses in a long time. It's strange.
Oh, we'll sneak them back.
Plus, now
here.
you can see.
Oh, sure can. I'm beginning to see the light. Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah. We're back at it.
Okay. Do you really not want to wear your glasses? I mean, you don't have to. But...
No, I took them off because I was just getting fully sent by that article. Like, it was just like triggering some negative emotions for me thinking about those guys being arrested for indecent exposure or whatever they did while hunting for Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah.
If that's a real article, I really don't want to disparage the dead and, accuse them of indecent exposure, but,
Yeah. Well, you'll find out.
Sure.
And then
I'll get canceled.
Yeah. Okay. The next article is a robot gets a face of living skin that allows it to smile.
Of living skin?
Yes.
Oh man, if it's synthetic or donor, I think that's going to be the big question. Let's check out this article. Okay. This is scary.
Mm-hmm. If humanoid robots make you a bit queasy, would it help if they had fleshy faces that can smile at you? The uncanny feat is the result of new technology using engineered living skin tissue and human-like ligaments to give robots a more natural smile, according to Tokyo University researchers who unveiled their work this week. In this study, we managed to replicate human appearance to some extent by creating a face with the same surface material and structure as humans, says a professor named Shoji Taikuchi. I'm sorry, I did not say that right. In the process, he added, we identified new challenges such as the necessity for surface wrinkles and a thicker epidermis to achieve a more human-like appearance. The approach promises to make robots more lifelike, and in the future, the researchers say similar techniques could also be used on humans in the cosmetics and plastic surgery industries. To overlay and connect the lab-produced skin on a robotic skeleton, a layer of collagen gel containing cultured human dermal fibroblasts, which is a type of connective tissue cell, binds to an innovative system of tiny V-shaped perforations in the surface, letting the skin move with the underlying structure without tearing or peeling. The work of muscles creating a smile and other motions is done by actuators. It's critical for robots to have the ability to heal and self-repair, the researchers said in their study, because even small scratches could develop into serious impairments. Biomimetic robots could also become even more realistic with thicker skin, adding that future projects could look to add sensors, pores, and even sweat glands and fat. The team's paper says their work could also bring insights into how humans' wrinkles are formed, and by incorporating more sophisticated actuators and eventually cultured muscle tissue, their approach could help robots in the future move in fluid, human-like ways.
Move in fluid. So, kind of like a water birth for humans, but for a robot.
Yes.
I'm going to call big bull crap on this one right off the bat. I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to encourage cell division without some kind of nutrient delivery, you know? I mean, normally it'd be blood in humans.
Right.
Blood, intercellular fluids, that kind of stuff. For robots, I don't know. If we give robots blood at that point, like, when does it stop being a robot, dude? You're giving it organs that you're growing in a lab. You're putting blood through its wires instead of electricity. That's a person. Give him the right
Yeah.
to vote.
I don't see that going over well.
When people scream computerized election interference, I hop in and comment that the computers should have a right to vote just as much as anyone else. So there can't be such a thing as election interference. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I mean, we're giving these robots skin. There's a 25% chance, or I mean, sorry, there's a 75% chance that article is true based on this game. We're putting blood through their wires. Okay, maybe they're trying to vote. I don't know. I didn't get to the bottom of the news on that election cycle. But if that's happening, we're already giving them skin. We're giving them muscles. We're giving them blood through their wires. We're letting them vote. That's wholly a person at this point, you know? Yet we're spending all of our tax dollars trying to make laws around hunting Bigfoot.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Well, it might be. That one also has a 25% chance of being a lie.
My source is trust me.
I wonder if I could get trustme.gov.
Trustme.gov.
Absolutely.
That'd be perfect.
Man, so anything else on this one? This one's kind of creepy. And how do you feel about this? Being somebody who works in like cosmetics and stuff.
I think it could be interesting to understand, you know, they said it could help understand how wrinkles are formed. I know that has to do with, I mean, genetics plays into that. How well you take care of your skin. Whether, I mean, like if you're spending all of your time outside in the sun, you're going to get sun damage and wrinkles faster than a lot of other people.
Sure.
It's also just part of aging.
That's true.
I will say there are things you can use skincare wise to help with wrinkles, but it's also just part of being a human. So like people ask all the time like, "Oh, I need like a wrinkle cream." And like I'll be like, "Okay, well, here's a moisturizer with peptides in it, or here's a serum that has it like is a collagen booster, cuz collagen will help boost like the elasticity in your skin and can, you know, whatever. Or we have like super hydrating stuff. I don't know, but also at the same time there's not like some magic fucking cream you can put on your face that'll just make you look like you're 22 again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why most things say, scientifically proven to reduce the appearance of wrinkles because, it just like
it doesn't
basically
get rid of them.
Hydrates and inflates the surface skin cells or or
Right.
whatever, which is also
Yeah.
fine. But again, I don't know if this is a hot take or a common take. I When I meet somebody who's 70 and they're like real wrinkly, I prefer that to the people who just, have been doing the lifts and Botox and the fillers and they have that smooth face, even though they're obviously, 90 years old. It starts getting kind of
Yeah.
uncanny at some point. And if that's your vibe, I mean, power to you, but
Yeah. I mean, to each their own. And, most of us don't want to accept the fact that we're not immortal and that our time is coming.
I
But
sure as
it's
heck don't.
also your face, you know? Like I wouldn't wear those glasses, but you do. Um
I got yelled at for taking them off.
I'm messing with you. You wouldn't do your eyeliner like me, but I will. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I like flipping my wing, make it so it points kind of straight upward.
Yeah. You should have Kayla do your eye makeup for you. And then for the next episode.
I feel like I've worn more eyeliner in my life than Kayla has, to be honest. But
I forgot you used to wear it.
everybody did. It was a hard rock, rock and roll, baby. I was in
Oh
a
my gosh.
Blink 182 cover band for a while, so we did what we had to do.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
but anyway, not like the real Blink 182. I heard those reprobates got tattoos and stuff. I said, I'm in it for this music, but I'm not willing to sin for it.
all right. This last article. Local man launches Shoelace Justice League, demands national crackdown on untied shoes.
Shoelace Justice League.
In a story that has both baffled
Baffling turn of events, okay.
baffled psychologists and angered pedestrians, 42-year-old Clarence Clay Tibbles has officially declared war on untied shoes. Wearing a high-vis vest that reads lace 'em or face 'em, Tibbles has spent the last 78 days roaming city sidewalks armed with a whistle, a label maker, and a deep, festering rage. I'm not a monster, Clarence explained during a heated sidewalk interview. I'm a patriot of pedestrian safety. You walk around with your laces flapping in the wind like you're in a shoelace-themed disaster movie? Not on my watch, buddy. Sources close to Tibbles say the obsession began after he tripped over a child's untied Sketcher in 2009 and spilled an entire pumpkin spice latte on his pants. He was never the same, said his cousin, Brenda. Every time he sees a loose lace now, it's like he hears a tiny violin playing the Jaws theme. Clay has formed a one-man task force he calls the Shoelace Justice League. His daily routine includes citing strangers for loose lace violations using printer paper and glitter glue, carrying a megaphone labeled "Tie It or Die Sad," stapling laminated shoelace tutorials to telephone poles with the intensity of a man trying to stop an alien invasion. He has also developed the double knot doctrine, a personal philosophy he attempted to submit to the United Nations. They have not responded. While some citizens appreciate his enthusiasm, others are less thrilled. I bent down to tie my shoe and he threw a granola bar at me while shouting, "Too late, lace trader. It was almonds and I'm allergic." Local children have started a countergroup called the Untied Resistance, which includes stealthily untying their own shoes in front of him and running away in zigzags. Tibbles now plans to run for city council on a platform of mandatory Velcro lace taxes and what he calls the 3 strikes and your loafers law.
Is that it?
Okay. That's it.
Sounds like a Will Ferrell movie. Wow. Honestly, probably would still be the best Marvel movie since Endgame. So
I can see it.
Wait, Justice League is DC, right? Oh, nerds are gonna come after us.
I don't know. It's too late right now.
I don't know. It's a pretty tough one right here. I don't know. So I ain't never heard of nobody being Allergic to no almonds. That's for dang sure. So that's sus. If it had been peanuts or
Okay.
bees, I would have been like, makes sense. Um, this is very this is very unevenly yoked, but at the same time, it could be that the last article is just so outlandish to try to throw me off, But I don't know if this is. Also, did you write the fake article?
No, I had Chat GPT
Oh.
write it for me.
So it could be a Chat GPT move to try to make one about AI, to try to like throw somebody off the trail too. So that's a little bit suspicious. I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Shoelace Justice League is a fake article though. Final answer.
you're correct. That is the fake one.
Oh, I thought you were trying to
I
trick me.
no,
I thought there's
that
no
one.
way they could get enough people to give insightful commentary on this man's antics.
No. That one was fake. I had Chat GPT write it. So
What
there we
the
go.
frick? So
Yeah.
I had some issues with some of the other ones. Number one, I started thinking that the artificial skin one was fake just because I'm like, they say that, skin has to be able to heal from little damages, whatever, and didn't speak to any provision for enabling that with their technology. It might be out there. I don't really know. But it unsettled me.
It is true. And I just sent you the link to the article so that you can see it because it is absolutely terrifying.
Oh, so it's one of those things where looks like a bologna covered in moisturizer.
It really does.
What the heck have they done? Oh man, that totally looks like it's like a gel.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it look better at all.
No.
And I've got to say it though, this robot isn't hot at all. Like I'm not at all attracted to like what they're doing over here.
No. Well, that's good.
Ugh, well, that's pretty disturbing. I don't know who came up with
Yes.
this, but let's see what we can do about getting them fired because I just don't like the direction of this project.
It's strange.
Yeah,
For
geez.
sure.
So man, I guess those folks out there hunting for Bigfoot didn't make it, so that's pretty upsetting.
Yeah, no, that one is true. They exposed themselves to Bigfoot and passed away. It's very unfortunate.
But the
I feel for
law
family.
is true that there's a $1,000 fine for doing harm to Bigfoot.
Yes.
And it's to protect people with burly beards or whatever. But if you did accidentally hurt somebody, you could just be like, bro, I didn't break the law. He's straight up not Bigfoot. I guess unless your
True.
husband is like walking around out there in the woods, but they might see the
Yeah.
tracks and be like, oh, he is real. And he wears Vans.
I can send you all the articles if you want to read into them more, but
you should do that and link them
the
in the show
Bigfoot
notes
article
too.
is from NPR.
No.
But there is a hyperlink where it says where it mentions the fine. And when I click it, it just takes me to the Chamber of Commerce to where that is, and nothing else. So, yeah,
this is sad. Yeah, absolutely. And they couldn't even get back to their vehicle, huh? I guess they just got disoriented. 37 and 59 too, huh? An intergenerational friendship brought to its knees by Bigfoot once again. Well,
yeah, dude.
That's pretty sad. I mean, I think I'd rather come face to face with Bigfoot than face to face with the fake face robot. Man, try to say that one time fast. Face to face with the fake face robot. Yeah.
What if Bigfoot exposed himself to you?
And what? like what? Like he wanted help with his taxes, so he made himself seen, or like he?
No, like indecent exposure.
if I
Yeah.
saw Bigfoot and he wasn't wearing pants, yeah, I'm shooting him one way or the other, $1,000 fine or not. That also seems
No,
rather trivial.
you're okay. Say you and Kayla go walk a trail somewhere you've never been before.
Hmm.
Okay, you're
Sure.
walking a
It's
trail.
been known to happen.
You see what looks like a very tall, hairy man wearing a trench coat in some bushes.
He's wearing a trench coat.
And then
What?
when you say, Kayla, and you're whispering and she can't hear you because her earbuds
Sure.
are in.
Yeah, it's true, right.
The thing sees you, you make eye contact, and then he just opens up the trench coat, exposes himself, closes it, and runs off. And would you tell Kayla that Bigfoot flashed you?
Oh, probably not. I don't think there's any tactful way you can present this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'd think it was all happening in my own head. I don't think I'd believe what I was seeing.
Yeah. I don't think I would tell anybody either.
Yeah, I'd be like, this is just a moment for me to enjoy in my own life. Like, I'm not looping anyone else in.
That's only for me.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. But okay. What an
Okay.
interesting experiment. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ethan, I had asked you to have 2 truths and a lie ready for me to guess from you since I had you guess the news articles.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, man, being just a man devoted to normcore, this is always difficult for me because I'm like, yeah, 2 truths and a lie. You know, I like to mow my lawn. I like to drink 8 glasses of water a day, and I use store brand hair gel. Let's see. Okay, you ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
All right. Did I make a note? Yeah, I'm trying to think of some that are good through here. Okay. I used to be tied for the world's longest tongue. I've never paid full price for a piece of clothing in my life, or I've never driven over 100 miles per hour in my own car.
I think you've never actually exceeded 100 miles an hour. So I think that's true.
Wait, you think that's what?
I think that one's true. I think, what was the first one again?
Oh, that I used to be tied for the world's longest tongue.
Well, I remember you used to do like world record setting stuff with one of our
Yeah,
high
you
school
can't really
friends.
practice that though. Dang it! I should have You should have used record for the largest Smarties pyramid.
Oh,
Dang it!
true.
We're
You
losing
did
track
do
of the
that.
game. Go on.
Okay. Man, this is actually hard. Why is this difficult?
Yeah, I picked
Jeez.
a lot of mid-tier emotional ones.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. I'm gonna go with stick your tongue out.
Guess first.
I'm gonna guess number 2 is a lie.
No, the lie was that I've never gone over 100 miles an hour in my car. I've done that a lot. And if you want to see the tongue, you're going to have to go to our Patreon. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, the Patreon that doesn't exist.
Right.
No,
we'll make it just for this.
Okay, when are you going 100 miles an hour?
I don't know, like
That's
if
very
Creed's
unsafe.
playing or something like that, no one else is around. If I put out a PSA to the deer,
Oh
also
my
not a
gosh.
lot, but it has happened. It has been known to happen. I'll say I used to drive a really, really rickety car, like a 05 Malibu Max, had 300,000 miles. So you could, it took 13 seconds to get up to 60 miles an hour. So
Oh,
then
yeah.
when I got a nice car that was fast, it felt way more stable at like 100 than my Malibu did at 60. So I would accidentally get up over into that triple digits all the time, not even thinking about it,
Oh my
because
God.
it was just whisper quiet.
Oh my God. That's insane.
Oh yeah. The other thing I say that's what's more wild is I'm never intentionally speeding. I'm usually just babysitting the left lane going as fast as the person in front of me. It's
Oh
shocking
yeah.
how often those people are going like, 109 miles an hour. It's like, what the heck? This isn't safe.
Well, in the St. Louis area, people drive like insane.
Yeah, live fast,
Last
die
time,
young.
seriously, last time I was there, I was at an intersection and I had a red light and I was trying to go straight and people on the why can't I not talk?
You're good.
People on the incoming traffic were literally somebody was turning right, but there was a left-hand turn lane. Instead of waiting behind this person to turn right, they literally went straight through the turn lane and then cut in front and just ran a
Oh,
light.
yeah, absolutely. People be pulling crap like that. Like they're making up their own rules.
Yeah, I literally almost witnessed like 3 accidents last time we were in St. Louis.
Oh yeah, man. It is wild, and I've had a couple issues and people just drive off. No one leaves notes. I got
Nope.
rear-ended pretty bad at a stoplight one time, and I put on my emergency blinkers. The person behind me put theirs over, like, we're gonna pull over. And I pulled over and they just zipped on ahead. And did part of me that's just, I mean, if you cut me open, I'm gonna bleed testosterone, obviously. But
Right.
like I'm like I wanted to get in a city chase, like live in
Yeah.
Forza. I've got Sparrow playing on the radio, I got some nice music going, turn up the
Yeah.
volume, floor it, catch the Nissan Altima. But I didn't. I just filed a police report.
What happened with your insurance?
Covered it.
But you paid it?
I pay the deductible, but I have a pretty low deductible.
Oh.
Yeah, it just
Well, that's
happens. That's a city tax right there. Like I always tell everybody, if you move to St. Louis, at some point, you're going to have a gun pointed at your head. And nobody likes it, but the sooner you accept it, the more chill you're going to be in the moment,
That's
And
horrible.
and not panicking saves lives. It's a rough city, but,
Have you had a gun pointed at you in St. Louis?
in St. Louis, no. But it's going to happen, and I'm saying I'm prepared.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't Tatum drive in St. Louis all the time, and he's driving like a semi?
Yeah, he does.
Dude, I do not
It makes
envy
me
that
nervous.
man. That's
But
so scary.
he's
Not because of the thing I said about the gun. I mean, just because driving a semi in St. Louis sounds horrible.
yeah, I could not do it. But I mean his routes leave early enough that he's not really in like rush hour traffic a lot of
Sure.
the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I could not do it. I could not drive a semi.
Oh, I
do it.
believe you could do it.
Yeah. No.
Man, you got me thinking though, Bailey. Did you prepare 2 truths and a lie?
I didn't, but I could make them up.
That would be terrific. You use your imagination. Actually, strike that. You're only supposed to make up one of them. The others need to be true.
So just one lie,
Just one lie.
2 truths and a lie. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to think that the word babushka meant bullshit in Russian, and I would jump on my neighbor's trampoline yelling babushka for hours.
That's pretty good. All right. Compelling. Does babushka mean grandmother? What does that mean?
Yes.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
One time a lady came in to Sephora and she told me that her eyes will randomly pop out of her head and that she has what's called Graves' disease. And I said, what? No way. And she said, yeah. And I said, when was the last time this happened? And she said, a couple weeks ago when I was driving my car, my eye fell out and I had to hold it in my hand and pull over on the side of the road and gently push it back inside of my head.
What the frick? That one sounds kind of fake just because, I mean, I read in Atomic Habits, I think it was James Clear, is that the guy who wrote that? I don't know. That his eye had popped out of his head and that he couldn't just put it back in. They had to put it partially in because air gets trapped behind it, and it took like 2 weeks for it to go back into his skull. But that might have been a, specific. Also, if you're going to name a disease Graves' disease, you'd think it'd be more consequential than your eye falling out occasionally. Unless it was named after somebody named Graves. And if that is the case, maybe why are you in medicine? Don't you have a 6-foot hole to be digging somewhere?
Yeah. Maybe it was Casey Musgraves. I don't know. Okay. And they were like, we're gonna shorten it a bit.
Next fact. Next fact.
All right. Last one. Hang on. I gotta think about this. I feel like I've used all of my brain power tonight. Hang on. I gotta think about it.
But are you thinking of a lie, or are you trying to remember
No,
a truth?
I'm trying to narrow it down. Yeah. All right. One time I went to a concert in St. Louis, and it was a band I didn't really know that well, but they were throwing out t-shirts, and I caught one, and then I put it on, and I was up like by the stage, and I held it like it was still kind of rolled up, kind of. So I like handed it up, and the guy like signed it, and I don't even know the name of the band, because it was like, this is a lie.
Like, what is this going on to? I'm like, you put the shirt on and then took it off to hand it up to the stage? Like, what's going on?
Oh my gosh. I can't even think of another lie because you're gonna know you're gonna want to.
Well, at least I know you're to take it at face value that you're not lying to me, because you are not good at it.
I'm not good at lying.
Bailey, that was dread awful.
I'm sorry. Oh my god, that was not even good.
Man, I was trying to think. I couldn't come up with any good bits. I was gonna say my credit score is 830. My resting heart rate's 40 beats per minute, and I once won an award for being the most humble person at work.
Shut up. You did not win that award.
Not the award. That's the joke, though.
Gosh.
That's the joke, though.
Yeah. So, I mean, you are pretty humble. I don't. Well, anyway, dude.
Bailey, I'm not gonna lie. You presented the fake news article with much more compassion than you presented the lie about your own experience. So I'm gonna give you a send home article, assignment, right? I want you to put all that brain power for the next couple hours when you're laying awake at night, wishing that you'd just been blessed with the ability to say something that wasn't true even one time in your life, to come up with a decent lie.
Okay. It'll happen.
Okay, good. But you can't tell me it's a lie before you tell it to me in a discussion. You just have to pepper it in. Give me like 1 day to call it out, and if I don't, circle back around and say that you got me.
Okay. I will.
Okay. You ain't gonna do it.
Sounds good. You don't think
so?
so?
Dude, this kid can't lie for crap. My gosh, that was awful.
Well, in my defense, I hadn't planned anything for me to read because I read the articles.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So, man,
So,
did you ever do a musical in school or something? Or when they give you lines, do you start trying and then say, I'm sorry, this is fake. I can't do this.
I always did backstage stuff, like
Mm,
stagehands. I was never on stage.
sure.
So, no.
Okay, that tracks.
And then one year, I played trumpet in high school band. Well, hang on. I played the French horn, but we didn't have a marching French horn, which is a mellophone to march in marching band. So I was like, well, I'll just learn the trumpet. So I learned the trumpet. I wasn't that great
Casually
at it,
learn
but
the
I
trumpet, sure.
was okay. Well, the musical my senior year, they needed trumpets to play for the musical because they had like a live band,
Sure.
like a live
Sure.
accompaniment. So I was like, yeah, sure. So it was me and two of the other trumpet players who did not give any shits. They gave no fucks about anything. They never practiced. I practiced probably more than they did, and it wasn't even that much. Okay? Because I'm not bad at sight reading. So I was like, okay, well, here goes nothing. We do our first performance. We have a trumpet solo. And somebody in the
Gosh.
somebody in the crowd goes, "Oh my god!"
And the trumpet playing?
And the trumpet playing.
Because it was so bad or what?
It was so bad.
And this is a band of children?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you had a heckler?
Oh my god. It was so fucking funny. And now that I'm an adult and I think about it, like, imagine going to, like, see a high school musical, a high school play, and the trumpets sound like ass, and you
Oh
you
my
just
god.
yell, "Oh my god."
Core memory right there. My gosh.
Hilarious.
That's brutal. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man.
Man,
I mean, it was loud enough we could hear it over.
over the trumpets.
The
that are in front
trumpets.
of your face. Like, that's the scary thing.
Yeah. Dude, it was so
Man.
funny.
Dude,
We're
for a
cutting it
1
out
second
anyway.
draw, that makes so much vape.
Yeah, it do.
It truly do. Yeah, absolutely.
I truly do.
Yeah, every time I see the popcorn lung, I think back to when I was building the Cloud Chaser mods and I was taking like 9-second drags and then filling a whole room with vapor. And I'm like, man, I might be cooked, bro.
Dude, I gotta quit. I do.
No. Some people are doing
I
meth for like
do.
50 years, dude. A little bit of nicotine, what's it going to do for you? Nothing.
Yeah. All right. Well, that concludes our episode. Hope you liked it. If you didn't, that's okay.
Absolutely. If you didn't
yeah.
like it, I want you to go into the comments and lie that you did like it and just try to do a more
Yes.
convincing job than Bailey, because we're going to have to work on that, because I'm worried you're going to be in an interview or something somewhere and they're going to ask if you're passionate about the company and you're going to be like, to be honest, it's just a paycheck to me. You know, I'd just like that paycheck to be a little bigger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So why do you want to work for us? Because you're one of the 47 places I fucking applied to. Just somebody give me a damn job.
Oh, it's funny that you're
yeah.
actually like inches away from that being the reality. All right,
True.
Bailey, thanks for putting this together. Really fun idea. If you're tuning in, you can find us on social media at Niche Knowledge and Nonsense, or NKN Pod, probably. Look up both. If you want to message the show, you can write in at nicheknowledgeandnonsense@gmail.com. Our theme music is Cherry Crush by Safaro, who's constantly putting out new music now, so make sure to check him out on Spotify or anywhere you stream.